Hi, Beetle Eddie here. Beetle Eddie here once again. And just because I'm wearing a Rolling Stones hat and a Rolling Stone shirt, Hackney Diamonds, I'm still Beetle Eddie. Just, I feel like wearing a Rolling Stone stuff today. Rolling, I got 10 top rock and roll bands, Rolling Stones in my top 10. They're not number two. Number one is the Beatles. Number one will always be the Beatles. But number two is Led Zeppelin. Number three, maybe the Rolling Stones. I think I did a top 10 rock and roll band video one time. I don't remember. I'll look it up. I'll see. Anyway, I want to talk about today. Ringo made a new album. Everyone's raving about this album. I didn't hear it too much. Because I like Ringo as a drummer, and the personality. I like him. He has a very nice personality, very funny, and I think he's very good for the Beatles. But he's not the best songwriter and the best performer. He's not. I see him because he's a Beatle. But if he wasn't a Beatle, I wouldn't be go seeing him. Maybe I see him twice, 3 times. I wouldn't see him 20 times. So anyway, everyone's saying, I'm probably going to get a bunch of comments saying, how dare you talk about Ringo this way. But what can I tell you? If you don't listen to a McCartney album or a John Lennon album or a Harrison album, you're getting a lot of good music, that are written by them. But Ringo can make a great album, like the first album he made, Ringo, with a little help from his friends. He had help from Paul, John, and George. Then Goodnight Vienna was a very good album. And he made some good singles, Pack Off Boogaloo, Don't Come Easy, stuff like that. Don't Know Song. He had some good stuff. But he's not a songwriter like Paul McCartney. Or like Lennon, or like George Harrison. What did he have? 9? How many songs did he write as a Beatle? Maybe 3 songs? What Goes On was written with Paul and John, I believe. And he's on the label as one of the songwriters. But his real 2 songs that he wrote was Don't Pass Me By and Octopus's Garden. Octopus's Garden is a great song. But he doesn't have too many songs. So I was thinking, he apparently has a very good album out right now. Everybody's craving over it, raving over it. And it's a country album. Now, Paul was working on an album. Now, I'm going to tell you something. These guys are in their 80s. How many albums do you think they're going to have in the future? I hope another 10, another 20, I hope. I hope they pull out and they live over 100 and they keep on going. But, Ringo is 84. Paul is going to be 83 in the summer. I don't know how much they can keep on going. It's possible. It's a very big possibility that this album by Ringo might be his last album. And which might be good because then he can go out with a bang because everyone's saying how good it is. Um, and if he goes back to making EPs, he's not going to make albums so much. So, now, Paul says right now he's finishing an album because he had this long tour, and then he took a little vacation, and he's been writing a lot of songs. Paul said he's been writing a lot of songs. So he's finishing up the songs, and he's going to make another album, have another album out. I hope it's going to be out this year, 2025, and maybe a tour. Maybe if it put out the album, let's say April, let's say, and a couple of months later, he could start touring for a summer tour. That would be nice. But knowing that these guys are so as old as they're getting old, people aren't living forever, and could be that this might be even Paul's last album. So I hope it's going to be a good one, and I hope it'll be better than Ringos. So that's what I want to bring out now. Hopefully, it'd be very nice. It'd be nice if Paul would make a double album. Because maybe this will be his last album. This will be his last album. They can make a double album that's great, and every song will be great on it. And that is how he can go out. And then he had tour, the double album, and it'll be the best tour he ever did. And then he can say, you know what, I want to retire. So that's all I got to say about today. Take care, guys.